What is going on, fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives Make Money Online Trainer podcast. It's your boy, Brian Mark. And in today's episode, we are talking about the hustle loop, the place that most online fitness coaches get stuck when they're trying to scale their online coaching business, and why most online coaches cannot break past $25,000, $50,000 a month. So if you're struggling to grow your business, you're stuck at around 10K a month, you want to scale to 25K, then to 50K a month, this is for you. Now, when you first get started growing your online coaching business, there's only 3 skills that you need: how to attract clients, how to convert clients, how to deliver an amazing service. If you master those 3 skills, you get better at content, you learn how to go viral, you learn how to convert leads that are in your DMs, and you get them on a phone call, then you close them, you will grow a business. Now, the problem becomes that once you have an established business, and my definition of established is you've got 30 clients or more, you're making more than $10,000 a month, what ends up happening is you have this constraint of your time, right? Because you have to post content every day, you have to send DMs every day, you have to service the clients you currently have every day, you have to do sales calls, then you've got your check-ins, then your programs and your meal plan updates. And as a result of doing all these things, what ends up happening is you get stuck in this hamster wheel because you're not able to do the things effectively the way that you were before when you had more free time, when your business was smaller, because you just don't have enough time in the day. And so step number 1, obviously, is to optimize your time. And so what that basically means is you sit down with your Google Calendar, you schedule every fucking minute of your day. So like you schedule when you go to the gym, you schedule when you're doing a post, you schedule when you're doing your DMs, you schedule when you do your check-ins. You've got a weekly schedule. So like what you're doing on Monday, what you're doing on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, etc. So you have all of these things on lock, and then that will help you scale to 15K a month. But then even at 15K a month, you're going to be stuck in what's called the hustle loop. You're doing as much work as you can to sign as many clients as you can. But then while you're signing clients, you're like, oh, I have to get back to my current clients. You have to get back to your current clients. And then, by the time you get back to your current clients, then you realize it's check-in day. So you spend the whole day doing check-ins. On the whole day doing check-ins, you realize that you don't have enough time to post the content that you want to post. So you're starting to repost some stuff that you had. And as a result, the lead flow slows down a little bit. So you realize that you need to lead gen. So you start going to lead gen. But then when you go to lead gen, you realize you got to get back to your clients, and you're constantly like bouncing from task to task to task in your business. And as a result, you're never able to scale past $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month. That's called the hustle loop. All right. Now, to solve this problem, you need to learn how to start working through people. Now, the analogy that I'm going to give you is if you have, I want you to think about how many hours you work per day right now. Okay. So just pause, take a second, think about how many hours you work per day right now. If you're making $10,000 to $15,000 a month, it's likely that you're working 8 to 10 hours a day, 5 days a week. Okay. So 8 to 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, let's just pretend it's 10. So that's 50 hours a week times 4 weeks. That's 200 hours a month. Now, if you got somebody else on your team and you paid them, let's say $4 to $6 an hour to do VA work for you. So that person's going to work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. So that's 40 hours times 4 weeks. It's 160 hours. Now, all they do all day is just generate leads. So now in that same amount of time, that same amount of week in the calendar, you're able to get double the amount of work done. Okay, what if you hire another person? So instead of hiring one person, you hire 2 people. Okay, so now you've got 2 people working for your business, and these 2 people working for your business are working, and one of them is taking care of your current clients, and one of them is helping you generate new traffic. So all of a sudden you went from being, somebody that was getting 50 hours worth of work done per week. Now you've got an extra 40 hours of work per week. So now you're at 90. Now you're getting another 40 from another person that you're hiring. All of a sudden you're able to get 120, 130, 140 hours worth of work done in the same week. That's how you scale. Is you learn how to hire people that can start to take some of the tasks off of your plate for you so that you can focus on what you're good at. And what you're good at is generating revenue for the business. And that's the only thing you should be focusing on, is generating revenue for the business. But unfortunately, because most entrepreneurs don't have a dialed in system set up for their business, and they don't have, the right VA, the right shadow coach, the right community manager, as a result, they're stuck doing all the day-to-day tasks. And because they're stuck doing all the day-to-day tasks, they're never able to successfully scale their business. We need to learn the concept of learning how to work through people. Now, let me tell you some of the fears and the frustrations that come with learning how to hire people, because most online coaches are just comfortable as fuck. You start making money, you're like $10,000, $15,000 a month, and you're like, your bank account finally looks good, and you're like, holy shit, everything's amazing. You want to scale, but you're also like, oh, I don't know about hiring people. I'm afraid to hire people. I don't know if it's going to work, and I don't know how to train people, and what if they fuck me over, and what if I can't afford to pay them, and what if I pay them too much? And all of a sudden, because you're stepping into this new realm, right, where when you first got started, all you had to do was post content, send DMs, fucking get on sales calls, sign clients. Now you have to learn how to teach somebody how to do those things. And that's another skill in itself, right? Learning how to teach other people to do the work for you. And because that's scary and it's uncomfortable, Most online coaches sit in their fucking comfort zone at $10,000 to $15,000 a month and they never scale. And then they get stuck in this hustle loop. And they're like, why is my business not growing? And the reason your business isn't growing is because you stopped pushing yourself. You stopped evolving. You stopped learning new skills. You stopped adapting. Here's another thing that I like fully believe is if you're making $10,000 to $15,000 to $20,000 a month right now and you're not scaling, you are doing the world a disservice for two reasons. One, this window of opportunity is not going to last forever. Like the online coaching game right now is very fucking profitable. And also like there's a lot more coaches coming into the market. So if you're currently making $10,000 to $15,000 a month to $20,000 a month right now in your coaching business, you are literally ahead of the pack. So you not learning how to scale your business is doing the world a disservice because you literally have an opportunity that like 99% of online coaches are not going to have, and you fucking have it. The second reason I think you're doing a disservice to the world by not learning how to scale is you're keeping yourself small. And the only person that benefits from keeping yourself small is fucking nobody. Your clients don't benefit from you playing small. Your community doesn't benefit from you playing small. Your family doesn't benefit from you playing small, but you're just afraid to take the risk to move up to the next level to actually learn how to, hire more people, train these people, integrate them into your team. So you just stay stuck in your fucking comfort zone, making $10,000 to $15,000 to $20,000 a month. You want to scale, but you're afraid to invest in the next level. You're comfortable, you're safe, you're secure. Everything's all good. You've got all your bills paid, but you're fucking stuck. That's called the hustle loop. And the next phase of business that you get into is the hard phase. And that's why a lot of people don't do it. It's hard to learn how to hire people for the first time. It's hard to learn how to train people for the first time. It's hard to learn how to set boundaries for the first time. It's hard to write SOPs for the first time. That's why most people don't do it. Most people stay fucking average, $10,000 to $15,000 to $20,000 a month. They collect their paycheck and then they never make any more money than that. And they just can't scale beyond that level because they do not have more time. And that's it. And that's where they live for the rest of their life. That to me sounds like a boring fucking death. Like I would rather take my car, drive it off a bridge, swim to the bottom of the ocean. I hate that. Like, I don't want to be here if I'm not growing and pushing myself to become the best version of myself. And yes, it's massively uncomfortable to think about investing in yourself to move to the next level so that you can learn how to hire people, train people, lead them so that you can scale your business. But like, even though the next phase of the business is the hardest phase, the phase where you're literally pushing yourself to the point where like you're hiring people while running the business, blah, blah, blah. Once you get through that phase, you'll have 3 people on your team that are taking care of your clients for you, leading your community for you, and booking calls for you. And your workload will be significantly less because all the stuff that's taking up all the time, all day, every day, now you'll be doing literally 1/4 of that stuff. And you can just focus on making more money. And this is how clients are in my $1 Million Mastermind program, making $70,000 to $100,000 a month pretty consistently. Like that has become a normal standard inside of the $1 Million Mastermind. Like it's pretty normal to hit $50,000 to $100,000 a month. The top 20% are hitting $70,000 to $100,000 a month. The top 10% are over $100,000 a month. We've got 20 clients over $100,000 a month out of 200 mastermind students. So like that's what's possible at the next level. But so many people stay safe. They stay safe, they stay stuck, and they stay in their comfort zone. Oh, I'm just going to make 10 to 15 to 20K. That's not it. If you're listening to this podcast episode and you feel like you're stuck in the hustle loop, send me a DM on Instagram and ask me about the $1 Million Mastermind, because that is the program where we will be able to get you out of the hustle loop. That is the program where we are going to teach you how to lead. That is the program that we are going to teach you how to hire. That is the program where we're going to teach you how to build a $40,000 a month business that has 65 to 70% margins, which basically means out of $40,000, you take home $30K. And then that $10,000 that you spend for your employees and your ads, all that money gives you back all your time and freedom. So you're going to be taking home $30,000 a month. And then all of a sudden you're able to spend more time with your family on the weekends without having to worry about check-ins because somebody else is helping you with that. If that's the type of life you want to live where you work less and make more money, then send me a DM on Instagram that says $1 Million Mastermind and let's have a conversation about this coaching program. I will help you break out of the hustle loop. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have the best day of your entire life. And I will talk to you guys in the next podcast episode. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.